are going to do a little lesson using the question, how often do you? Okay, how often do you? How often do you? How often do you? Okay. So, after how often do you, we need a little verb. Okay? For example, play. How often do you play? How often do you go? How often do you eat? How often do you drink? How often do you watch? How often do you meet? How often do you study? Okay, so we've got a list of verbs. How often do you? Okay? After the verb, we need the object. So, play, go, eat, drink, watch, meet, study. Play. What are the things you can play? How often do you play? How often do you play tennis? How often do you play baseball? How often do you play the piano? Go. What about go? How often do you go shopping? How often do you go disco dancing? How often do you go to Shibuya? Eat. Okay, what do you like to eat? If you'd like to suggest any words to go after the verbs, please put them in the comments box below and I will add them to the paper. Eat. How often do you eat? How often do you eat sushi? How often do you eat takoyaki? How often do you eat candy? Okay. Thank you very much. Ramen. How often do you eat ramen? Okay, everybody's favorite. Thank you very much, Adam. How often do you drink? Okay, drink. What kind of things you can drink? Coffee, tea, everybody's favorite. Beer. How often do you drink beer? Watch. How often do you watch TV? How often do you meet your friends? How often do you study English at Cubes? Okay, how often do you? Okay, if you would like to suggest any more, if you'd like to ask me how often I do something, please put it in the comments below. How often do you? Okay, so we've got the question. How often do you? We've got the verbs. Play, go, eat, drink, watch, meet, study. Okay. Now we're going to do the answer. How often do you? Let's have a little look. So, how often do you? How often do you play the piano? So the answer is, I play the piano. How often do you play the piano? Okay, well, if you play 1週間に1回 once a week. Okay, but if you're a little bit better, maybe you play twice a week. Or maybe 3 times. Maybe 4 times. If anyone out there plays the piano, please let me know how often you play the piano. Or how often you play tennis. Or how often you go to Shibuya. Okay. Maybe it's not quite once a week. Maybe it's once a month. Maybe it's once a year. Maybe it's every day, once a day. Wow. Every day, playing the piano. Maybe it's less often. So it's once every 2 weeks. Or twice every 3 months. Or maybe 3 times every 4 years. Okay? Like, for example, the Olympics is once every 4 years. Okay, not every year. All right. So, let's have a little look at Cubes 5 Live today. We have learned the question, how often do you play the piano? How often do you go to Shibuya? How often do you eat? How often do you drink? How often do you watch? How often do you meet your friends? How often do you study English at Cubes? And the answer is I plus the verb plus the object and how often you do it. Once a week, once a month. So, Adam, how often do you eat ramen? I think is the question. How often do you eat ramen? Okay, please put it in the comments, guys. How often you eat ramen? Everybody, that's your homework. Okay, to put in the comment section how often you eat ramen. All right, very good. Well, we're going to finish today. Twice a day. Twice a day. Lunch and dinner. Nice. Okay. All right, so guys, don't forget. Okay. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, especially Facebook Live, and Instagram. Follow us all for all the news and information on Cubes Cafe. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.